Okay, here is an update on this triangle tube indirect water heater Smart 40. Now, this is actually part 4, but I didn't actually film part 3 because it was a failure, so I didn't think it was worth it. Now, what I did in part 3 to try to solve the part that connection there was cracked was I said, well, I need some type of sealant. And I found this stuff, which was sealant and threadlock. So I said, okay, maybe if I put that in there instead of the Teflon tape, and maybe it will fill in all the little cracks, of course, it will seal the main fitting, but it could also seal the crack in the sidewall of the casting there. Okay. But what happened was the leak was still there, only it was the drip, a much smaller leak than previously, but it was still getting wet. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, a drip would form, so I knew it wasn't going to work. So then I realized that I really have been taking the wrong approach. And that is, in order to... The place where I'm having the leak is the crack of the sidewall. It's not in the threads. So I really do not need this type of a product, which is trying to seal a sealant for the threads. That's not where I'm having the problem. I'm having the problem in the sidewall. So instead what I did was I decided to use this approach. JB Weld, okay, 2-part epoxy, high strength, 24-hour cure time. And the idea is to only put it to try to solve the cracked fitting, okay? And what I did was also taking one advantage of trying this product was I was able to undo it because it was hand tool removable. It wasn't actually that strong. It was actually better than just the Teflon tape. It's just that it wasn't good enough. I was able to undo it by just taking it apart and cleaning it up again, then putting the 2-part epoxy on. And what I also did on the 2-part epoxy here was I took some aluminum flashing. I cut a strip of it. I used that to wrap around the outside of the casting before putting on the hose clamp. And the reason is because the hose clamp has those slots in it. That's going to fall directly over where the crack is. So I want more of a backing plate. Okay. So just to go through the steps, I cleaned it off on the outside where I'm going to be putting the glue with the emery. Okay, I got it nice and clean. I cleaned it off with isopropyl. The standard directions on doing something like this. I then worked the JB Weld 2-part all the way around circumferentially, even down further than what would be covered by the backing plate, because I've got nothing to lose now. This ain't coming off, not easily. The idea is to make this part permanent. If this works, then I don't need anything permanent for the drywell insertion. I can just use possibly the Teflon tape or other types of sealant products that I have available. Nothing fancy, hopefully. This, on the other hand, I need something more permanent because what I was trying before this didn't work. Kept getting that drip. Okay. So I mixed up a generous amount. I applied it over the place where the crack was, but then also all the way far down into where this fitting was originally welded in to the tank. Okay. Just to cover as much as I could. Then I put that aluminum flashing backing plate over it. Then I put the hose clamp, and I cranked the hose clamp. Okay, it's pretty tight, and now it should all be bound up. I'm gonna wait 24 hours. Then I'm going to try putting in the drywell with some type of a sealant. I'm thinking I might try the Loctite 55, the Teflon cord. They say that works a little bit better than the Teflon tape, but I might just try the Teflon tape because I have it. And if it doesn't work, I can always try something else. So if I have to, I might be able to go back to this type of sealant. I've already got a tube of it. It cost me $15. It didn't work for what I wanted it for. Turned out I already had the JB Weld sitting, just sitting on my table there, and it's only a couple years old. I think it's going to be fine. I just have to wait 24 hours and wait. Then hopefully there'll be another part to this. Okay, thanks.